back to another episode of David Detailer Full Frontal Exposure 2.0, where your opinion is a lie. And what we're going to talk about this morning, and this is just going to kind of be an open chat, and I encourage everybody to kind of join in, is I just sent one in this morning too. I just sent one in this morning too, 999. I sent one in this morning, no BS, just before this live started, because it takes only a few minutes, right? It only takes a few minutes, right, to send in these fraud reports. Once you send them in, right, they go. I just sent one in, and I told the IRS, just, hey, here's information. Do your job, please. Please do your job. This guy's laundering money, right? And you're right, 999. Eventually, this will end in jail. It's just, we have, like we've talked about a lot in the past, is we have to play the bureaucratic long game with these people, right? We have to play the long game with the government, because they're not just going to go and knock on David's door and be like, excuse me, Mr. Taylor, can we go ahead and see your taxes, please? It's not going to work like that. We have to report David. We have to, the taxpayers, you guys, because the government, at the end of the day, you think about it. The government's the one handing out these exemptions, right? The government's the one handing out the exemptions to these people. We have to let them know what they're doing. We have to call the government's bluff, okay? So if anybody's here and you've asked yourself, why isn't David in jail? Why isn't he in jail? Okay, well, let's see. We haven't held him accountable, right? The system, we haven't, taxpayers. The more people that send in fraud reports, you guys, this is a very obtainable goal. And this is why I put the fraud reports on the channel with the information. So if people wanted to get involved and take a stand against these people and feel like they're actually had a say in it, because you do. Everybody has a say in this. If you're paying your taxes, right? We got taxes coming up next month, right? What hasn't David done since 2017? Paid his motherfucking taxes, right? David hasn't paid a fucking ounce of fucking taxes. We're in 2023 now. He's gone 5-6 years almost without fucking sending in any kind of information to the government about where he's getting his money from. That's money laundering, my friends. I'm sorry. Call it what you want, but this is a straight up money laundering sex cult. That's what's going on here. David is building a hierarchy of young followers that are going to be loyal only to him. A bunch of fucking yes men. That's it. No more, no less. David wants people that will not question him. He wants people without a brain. He wants people that are just going to put their head down and answer the phone all goddamn day. That's it. Money, 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 money is all David's get down. Smash that like when y'all get in here. This is why David's not in jail, you guys, because we haven't reported him, right? He's flown under the radar, and until social media, right, until the deposition, David was flying under the radar. We all know that, right? We all know David was flying under the radar, and he thought he was going to be able to get away scot-free with everything, right? But no, he's wrong. The deposition was just the tip of the iceberg, David, and you know that. The deposition was just the tip of the iceberg. It took us to drive the point home of what was going on, David. You know that. Michelle, you know that. We know that. And Michelle, for you to come in the chats, I mean, and it's really great that you guys are still trying to copyright the channel. I'm going to fight everyone. I'm going to win every single one, okay? And I don't care. Keep copywriting the channel. I will win. Okay? So yeah, if you've asked yourself why David's not in jail, why isn't he? Why isn't he? I know why. Because he thinks he's untouchable and he's not. David, you're not untouchable. You're not untouchable, David. You're under the impression that you're untouchable, but you're not. We got people like 999 that were sending you money at one time, right? Hey, good morning, quick report. Good morning, quick report. I want to keep an open dialogue with everybody this morning. So if everybody cares to join in the chat to keep this chat rolling, I'm just going to kind of run for a bit. I don't even know how long. I don't. I keep seeing everybody ask, why isn't this fucker in jail? Right? Quick report. What do you think? Why isn't David in jail? Crick is going next. Catherine Crick is next, you guys. And Mikey Perry asked me that. He was like, I had a good chat with him on the phone the other day. And he was like, so what are you going to do after David? Like, and he had a good point. Like, what next? Catherine Crick. There's so many of these people out here scamming in the name of Jesus and justifying it. And we have to report these people for cult organizations, right? Because Catherine Crick's doing the same shit, only she's laundering her money out of America over to fucking Africa, right? I'm not dumb, you guys. I am not fucking dumb when it comes to this shit. The money that they're getting, Jor Davy is Catherine Crick's handler, okay? Jor Davy is no doubt getting a cut of whatever Catherine Crick is bringing in through her sermons, right? David, he's getting everything. Everything that comes in on the phones with David, he is getting it all. And it's all going straight to bills, lawsuits, taxes, everything, right? So David, we have David coming out saying, yeah, we need to turn up the heat. You're absolutely right. We do. We, the people, you guys, right? Because we're taxpayers, right? David's not. I know for sure the piece of shit's laundering money. My eyes are wide fucking open. This is why I started reporting him, because he's laundering money. Why does he get to get away with it? Why do these people get to get away with laundering fucking millions of dollars when me and you, and everybody here for a good portion is going to have to pay their taxes very soon, right? We're all going to have to pay our taxes. David gets to fucking float this year again, scot-free. Millions of fucking dollars in homes purchased in the last couple years. What the fuck? And he's like, oh, there's nothing going on here. The government's like, oh, it's so harm-free. It's totally harm-free and so perfect and loving. He's not doing anything wrong. No, David is indeed laundering money through real estate. It's mortgage fraud. It's mortgage fraud. And he's got a lot of shady people probably fucking loaning him money. He's probably got lawyers looking after him. Process servers, I'm thinking. What else? He's probably got fucking loan handlers looking at him. I highly urge everybody to take the stand with us if you live here in America. You want to see a cult organization go down and watch how it's done, join us, help us. The fraud reports are on my channel. I made them available to everybody. They are available to everybody. That way you can just send them in electronically. Send them in one a day. Send them in one a day. I send in one. Metal Force sent in one. There's 2 the IRS just got today. On David. Just on David. And they're going to keep getting more. David, guess what? The IRS is going to keep getting more of these fraud reports because, David, there's nothing you can do about this. You're laundering money. You know it. The reason you're trying to shut my channel down, I know why. I know why. And I love it, David. This is the only fucking power you have for being the great apostle. Dude, you're a fucking degenerate piece of shit. David, fuck you. So yeah, the reason David's not in jail, you guys, is because we haven't held him accountable. We have to hold him accountable. Again, the government isn't just going to roll up in David's pad and be like, hey, we need to see your taxes. No, we have to file the fraud against him. Then there's a that triggers an audit, right? There's a process the IRS has to go through to do this bullshit with religious organizations. It's fucking shitty. It sucks. It sucks. It really does. Because the amount of red tape that I had to go through to buy a fucking house, and not even a multi-million-dollar house, it's absolutely ridiculous. So we got money laundering through real estate, no doubt trafficking, for sure narcotics. There's narcotics going in and out of that place, for sure. Either that or David is just fucking eating. I know, quick report. Why isn't David in jail? David's like, because I'm the fucking apostle and nobody can catch me. He's all run as fast as you can. Can't catch me. I'm the face-to-face man. You know what, though, David? You think you're untouchable, dude. You really do, man. You really think you're untouchable, and that's what's so cool about this, is your delusion of you being this great apostle. Like the other night, David, check this out. This was really awesome. You're like, God just told me this. He told me right now. David, you're either fucking mentally ill, you're no doubt mentally ill, okay? Because for you to stand up there and think that you're this great apostle, okay, you are beyond delusional at this point. And I'm talking to you, David. I'm talking to you. You are beyond delusional. You need help. You need to fucking lay out the fucking bonbons and fried chicken, all right? David, you look like shit, dude. You look like shit. You look like you're about to have a fucking heart attack, my man. You really do. You think this is all fun and games, David, and that you're this great apostle? David, everything that you have done is all a fucking lie. And everything that we have said that's going to happen is going to happen. So who's the one with the people out here that can predict the future, right? Everything that you've done, David, your stage, we said it was going to fail. The Convoy of Miracles, we said it was going to fail. What else did we say was going to fail? The Amway Arena was going to fail, right? All these things have failed, all in unison. First, the stage failed. The Amway failed because the stage failed. And then the trucks, you can't. The Amway needs the stage, needs the trucks, okay? You have to have all three of those elements in order for your scam to work, David, and it's not working. You know that. JMMI has been revoked by the IRS, okay, but yet you're still fucking and you just came on your fucking channel? Dude, so, JMMI. David, you're dumb, dude. You're dumb. You're stupid. What you're doing is idiotic. And you have no grounds as an apostle, David. You don't. You have zero credibility. All the shit and curses you've been saying against people, well, guess what, motherfucker? I am still here. I am still here. And I asked God, David, hey, I know everything that I'm saying against you is true. We know it, David. You know what you're doing is fucking sacrilege, and you know you're a fucking heretic doing it. You think you're great and smart and the fucking brightest crown in the fucking box, but no, David, you're not. You are not the brightest crown in the box, bro. You're not. You need to get off this little pedestal you're on, okay? Get off this little pedestal you're on, okay? You and Michelle both, because you and Michelle, David, you and Michelle are equal to fucking Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. You got David, which is just like Jeffrey Epstein, and Michelle Brandon, which is just like Ghislaine Maxwell. Yep, I'm rebuking you, David. Yeah, Catherine's just as bad. Yeah, I'm rebuking you, David. I am rebuking you now at this point. You are not an apostle. You're fake. You're false. All right? None of your fucking miracles have ever come true. Neither have Catherine's, for that fucking matter. Catherine Crick's the lunatic. She's running she's running the house, man. Catherine's fake. Daniel Adams, the whole Demon Semen Sprayer podcast, they're all fake. None of those guys. Rob Larson, that piece of shit, that guy's a piece of shit too. Having Catherine on to try and call her out, but it's like, Rob Larson got mad ultimately. What Rob Larson had Catherine on for is because Rob Larson was trying to figure out how she's gotten so famous so quick. Well, it's because she's a pasty ass fucking. Because she's a woman, Rob. Why do you think? She's a semi good looking woman, unless you get past all the psychotic faces and stuff. I mean, the only reason Rob Larson had her on was to grift off of her numbers. That was it. That was it. I don't know whether or not it worked. It brought him a lot of views. I know that because we were there watching. That was awesome. It was awesome watching Catherine Crick get fucking destroyed live. That was rad. That was totally the awesomest thing I'd ever seen. Now back to David. David. Yeah, good from afar, far from good. Right, bro. So this morning we're talking about anybody that's joining the chat. Good morning, good morning. Hit that like and subscribe if you're new here. What we're talking about tonight, or this morning, I'm sorry, is why David's not in jail, right? And I see a lot of questions, the same question so many times come across the channel in the deposition everywhere. Why is he not in prison? Which is exactly where he should be, right? He's committing fraud on the highest fucking level. David has crossed into so many different boundaries with fraud and breaking the law. It's almost like he knows what edges he's teetering on, and he knows which way he can push without getting busted. Right? Yeah, the Catherine Crick thing, that was fun with Rob Larson. Dude, that was totally rad, right, bro? That was so dope. To see Rob Larson get her on there and roast her live. And the thing was, what was so great about that quick report is she couldn't answer one question, dude. Every question he asked her, she's like, oh, well, yeah, well, couldn't answer who her spiritual father was, anything, dude. It showed how delusional Catherine Crick really is. Rob Larson's just as delusional too. These guys are all playing in the same sandbox if you think about it, Crick Report. They're all doing the same thing. They're all saying, Rob Larson said he exorcised 40,000 demons in his life. Dude, it was so rad, dude. It was the coolest thing ever. To catch two grifters at it, like going head to head like that, dude. Catch two full of shit grifters going at it head to head. That was dude, you couldn't have written a fucking script for that, bro. You couldn't have written a script for that Crick Report. No way, dude. That was the most primo interview ever, man. Ever. But here's the thing. We could talk about Catherine Crick for a minute, too, because you know what? Catherine Crick, she's trodden on dangerous ground, too, with her taxes, right? She really is. These people are playing funny games. I guarantee, I think this is what I think will happen with Catherine's taxes, is they're going to change names again. That's just what I think, because this church has changed names several times with Catherine. So I think there's going to be some fraud going on there. And I know for sure Catherine's committing fraud. When you're the connections she has out of the country, I mean, traveling around the world, fucking living in Beverly Hills, $5,000 a month rent. Come the fuck on, Catherine. I mean, you honestly expect us to believe that, right? You expect us to believe that you're this great prophet too. You're not, Catherine. You're fake. You're delusion. You are for sure mentally ill. And from some of your behavior, it looks like you're fucking overdosing on some Adderall there. Like you're fucking like your fucking psychotic faces, Catherine. Like your jaw unhinging. Yeah, African David is the puppet master for Catherine Crick. Yeah. Yep, he's the puppet master. Absolutely right. Yep. He's the African puppet master for Catherine Crick. Yes. So good morning to anybody that's joining in. Hit that like and subscribe if you're new here. This morning what we're talking about is why David's not in jail. Why he's not in prison specifically, because he's committing federal crimes, right? When you don't file your taxes, right? You dodge the IRS. You're tied up in federal lawsuits. You're purchasing multiple multi-million-dollar mansions off the books. You're not filing your taxes. This is fraud. This is money laundering through real estate. Okay. And he might think that he's going to have a one-up because he's a religious institution, but no, they have to play by rules too. He can't just get all this money and say, oh, well, God gave it to me. Well, where the fuck you been for the last 3 years, David? You got all this money. You dumped all the money into the property, right? Not paying your taxes. There's been a lot. David, Michelle. I mean, Michelle, what's up? What's up, Michelle? Whether or not it's you in the chat, I don't know. But if you're coming in the chat, that's telling me a lot about what's going on behind the doors. It's telling me that David is for sure coming down on you, that he is no doubt abusive to you, because you wouldn't come in my chat just to run your mouth, Michelle, unless David told you to. Michelle, you're just as guilty as David in all this. You are the Ghislaine Brannon of this cult, all right? We know there's sex abuse going on there. We know it. I know it for sure. I know there's sexual abuse. I know there's mental abuse, physical abuse, emotional, financial. It's taken place in this cult for days. That's what's going on. That's the type of abuse that's going on here with this cult, you guys. It really is. The levels of abuse that are taking place here, I mean, it's I wouldn't want to be there. I wouldn't want to be there, that's for sure. I mean, Michelle, look, Michelle, that's how famous you are. We fucking memed you and David onto a shirt, okay? So yeah, man, yeah, rebuking back at David. I mean, 999, do you want to rebuke him too? You might as well. It's, I don't know how David has, the doors just haven't been fucking kicked down on David yet. That's what I'm wondering. I urge everybody to file the fraud reports. If you go to the channel description, you go to my channel, you go to the About page. It's right there at the bottom, IRS 13909 completed fraud form. Right here, it's a Google link drive. You have to click the link. You click the link, I'll open up the drive, the link for you, and I'll allow you to, I'll put it as an editor so you can fill in your information at the bottom, okay? By all means, if there's stuff you know about this cult, put it in there. Put it in there. Add it. There's nothing that they can do about this, okay? So I urge everybody just to fill out one, man. Fill out one. If you've asked yourself, why isn't he in jail, okay? Yeah, right, Living Dead Girl, yeah. Obtaining money off the back of people's faith is despicable. It's about the most abusive as you can get, right? Living Dead Girl, that's about as fucking abusive as you can get. Hey, I'm going to use religion and fuck you over. And then, hey, when I get caught, I'm going to be like, oh, well, God said it's okay. God told me to do it. No, fuck that. Fuck that. That's bullshit. The lawsuit, David's running from it. David is not playing ball with the lawsuit. Yes, there is updates on it. The last update was just that, is 999 is he is not trying to mediate with the lawyers. Nope. He is not trying to mediate. He wants to try and play this out like another Rick Frazier deal, and it's not going to happen. This is federal, bro. This is a federal suit. And what makes it what makes it more interesting, right, is he's jumping state lines now with his members. He's gone from Taylor, Michigan, to Florida, to Texas, up to Missouri. That's a multi-state scam, you guys. That is a multi-state, it's a multi-state mobile money laundering operation. It really is. He can go to any state and set up this operation and launder money. David is playing, how do you call it, like shell games where you're fucking picking up the shells? That's what he's doing. David is for sure hiding. I guarantee you he's hiding. He does not want to be found. That's the update on the lawsuit. David is being a little fucking bitch right now about it. Guaranteed. And the reason that lawsuit's federal is because the amount of money. Each suit in the claim is $30,000. And Living Dead Girl, this lawsuit we're talking about, this guy we're talking about, he said he's going to build this fucking stage, right? And that Jesus was going to come down and all these people were going to be healed of cancer and shit at this huge arena. We're like, dude, fuck, you full of shit, dude. Ain't happening. Ain't happening, right? He's been saying this for 5 years. He said in 2019 it was going to happen. We're going into 2024 now. He's like, oh, it's going to be 2024 now because God told me to wait because COVID was still rampant. But no, the fucking arena's been open for the last year, having full sold out concerts, and this idiot's saying, oh, well, God told me to wait. So, but yeah, David's for sure hiding from the lawsuit. He doesn't want to be found with that, guys. He is not playing ball. Same here, JB Stone. Yeah, same here. Oh, you live in this hotel? Oh, okay. Well, tell us about it. Right? Tell us. Why do you live in this hotel? Who's paying you? How are you guys, you know? I'm with you. I'm with you. Everything. And they're putting the information out online. It's like, I don't know how much dumber they could get. You know, David is really giving Christianity a very bad name. Nobody wants anything to do with David E. Taylor. He's like a fucking malignant fucking tumor, man. That's what he is, the fucking growing fucking tumor. And okay, so say people are living there, right? Like, it's not meant for long term. You can't let people live in a fucking hotel like that. Now he's got to pay for utilities. He's got to he's got to feed them. He's got to do the utilities. I mean, come on, a hotel. The hotel, I'm still banging my head on that one a little bit, David. Like that's probably got to be one of your dumbest ideas ever. Oh, I'm gonna buy a hotel in Houston. Oh, I'm gonna put all these people in a hotel in Houston, and we're gonna live there, and we're gonna start a campus for the harvest right off the fucking freeway. Yeah, come on, David. I think whenever they do catch David, they're just gonna put him in jail, dude. I hope so. I don't think they're gonna depose him. Be like, you just get in the fucking cell. Now he can't run. He can run, but he can't hide. You're right. And Living Dead Girl, if you pay your taxes, fill out the fraud report on my channel. Send it into the fucking IRS. You can send it in through the email. Takes. I'll send another one just for the hell of it, just to show you guys how quick it is. That's how quick it is. Look, I'll show you. I'm gonna send another one. So I go to my sent emails, right? I sent one this morning at 8:38. So an hour ago I sent one. I'll click on the file again, resend it, Gmail, EO class at irs.gov. And you know what? Sometimes I don't even put anything in the body of the email. I just put a header, fraud report for David E. Taylor, money laundering cult. Done. That's it. Fraud report sent to the government. Dunzos. There's nothing David can do about it. And you're right, Living Dead Girl. With the IRS expanding the agents, I think the government finally realized they have a real fucking problem. And like, well, we better do something about this. And they're absolutely right. They have a big fucking problem. The problem's been out of hand for about 30 or 40 fucking years, probably longer with these churches, man. It's getting completely out of hand. People wonder why there's so much socioeconomic issues within our own system. Well, you have fucking churches laundering huge, huge, huge amounts of money, right? You have fucking people getting paid off in the government by the church, no doubt. Just think for 1 second, if the church got taxed, how much money that would generate for our system. Church, don't think for 1 second our government officials aren't dipping into these churches, okay? You can guarantee our government is dipping into these churches. Where do you think they get some of their private funds from, some of their hush monies? Think for 1 second. Think for 1 second our government isn't dipping into these churches, because they are. Joel Osteen, remember that $600,000 that got found in his church? Right? Whatever happened to that story? Found $600,000 in that asshole's wall behind the shitter in his church, some plumber. But hey, it's all good. Hey, and also, this same $600,000 was reported missing in a crime several years earlier. And then, oh, all of a sudden we find it, and only 3 people had access to the safe at that time? Or was it 4? It was 3 or 4. Only 3 or 4 people had access to that safe at the time. $600,000, right? Might not seem a lot to some people, but dude, $600,000, that's just under $1 million fucking dollars, right? Plumber finds it. He goes in to do work, right, at the Lakewood Church in Houston of Joel Osteen. Tears apart the fucking, goes to do work behind the shitter and finds $600,000 worth of checks, money orders, and cash fucking hidden. Brush that under the rug. You never heard anything about that. Joel Osteen's out there doing the same shit, different day. Fucking, oh, I'm Joel Osteen. Fucking give me your money and look at my shitty books. Like David's doing. Yeah, depositions are definitely, I think I'm with you there, dude. There's going to be more depositions. Whether or not we'll see them, I don't know. That would be really cool. But, I honestly think with the amount of trouble that David's in, there aren't going to be depositions. When they fucking nail him, they're just going to put him in jail, dude. That's what I think. That's what I hope. Because a federal case, guys, right? When you don't play ball in a federal case, especially with the amount of money, all right, the fact that the case is federal, right? It's federal. A lot of people are going to open up their ears, and a lot of people are going to open up their eyes and start paying attention to this David E. Taylor, right? because now people are going to want to know what he's been doing, the properties he's been buying. Just in the last few years, I mean, he's probably spent upwards of 30 million on properties, you guys. Upwards of 30 million. Yeah, you do. You email them websites, names, phone numbers, anything you know, you put in that fraud report, my guy. Anything, dude. Anything. Just put it in there. Yeah, James is real. James O'Connor. We live. Message to the IRS, my fraud reports. Okay, yeah. As I say, anything you know about it, put it in there, dude. Put it in there. And I just got a message from Colt Watch talking about James O'Connor, right? And James O'Connor is a real person. And he's most likely... He is. James O'Connor, if you're watching this, James, hey, check this out, buddy. I'm talking to you, James. All right, James, get out of this cult, dude, okay? You are, dude. You're a really nice guy. You're just stuck in the wrong place, bro. All right? If you need help out and you need, like, spiritual guidance, we have people who can help you. On the real, James. And I'm not... you might think I'm a hard ass and that I cuss a lot, but you know, it's a free country, right? What I'm doing here is far less worse than what David has been doing to you. David is an abusive prick, okay? He is abusive. He cares nothing about your salvation or your well-being for that matter, James, okay? He doesn't. David cares nothing about your well-being. You might think he does, but at the end of the day, James, if the boat's sinking, David will fucking jump off with the last life vest and leave you on the boat with it. I guarantee you. He doesn't care. He doesn't care, James. Or Nate or Michelle or anybody in that cult for that matter. If anybody from this cult is watching, okay, listen up. At the end of the day, David doesn't care about you. He cares about one thing, money, and a lot of it. He cares about his money, his status as a wannabe prophet, okay, because he's not a prophet either. He's fake. He's never been. If God sent him as our prophet, we're in shit. We're in a world of shit, okay? So he's not our prophet. He's not our apostle. God did not send him. He's not the Moses of our generation, okay? The only thing that's he can part is his hairline, probably, and that's pushing it. I mean, honestly, James, at this point, like, all you are now is David's little copyright bitch. That's all you are. He's going to tell you to copyright every single video, and James, you know what? I'm going to win every single one against you, dude. You guys don't get it. You don't understand how copyright works, okay? You don't. You guys don't understand how copyright works, and that's what's so great about it is David saying, oh, copyright it because we can win. But no, you can't. DMCA copyrights are so hard to win. You have to prove. Hey, what up, Biotech? Good morning, good morning. James and Nate, you have to prove that somehow that the copyright has caused you guys financial damage, which it's not, okay? David, if you don't want me to do your videos, don't put them out online because it's a public platform, dumbass. It's a public platform. So, James and Nate, you're going to win. You'll lose every single copyright, okay? You can keep sending them in, and guess what? I'll fight every single one, and eventually YouTube's going to get sick of you guys sending in fake copyrights, and they're just going to shut your channel down, okay? And that's what I'm telling them at this point. Your copyrights are malicious. I've won back over, I want to say close to 100 plus videos from you guys already because your copyright strikes are bullshit. They're all bullshit. You guys know it. You guys know you'll lose every single one. Biotech construction, what we're talking about today is why David isn't in prison, dude. And honestly, it's because, well, we haven't held him accountable, you guys. We haven't held him accountable. We haven't made the IRS aware of his crimes, okay? And what I've seen within the last year with the IRS stepping it up and busting some of these scam churches, right, has given me some hope that they're looking into it, that our government is indeed taking action, and that eventually something will be done with David. They busted the House of Prayer Christian Church. They meaning the feds. and the IRS, the government, the alphabet boys, whatever the fuck you want to call them, okay? They busted the House of Prayer Christian Church, 5 separate locations, all at the same time in the same day, because they were laundering money from the VA funds. They were they set up shop around these military bases, right? And then they were getting the VA pensions from these veterans, man. Big deal. The government didn't like that. They're like, nope, shut them down. Shut him down. You didn't hear anything about that. That fucking pastor, where the fuck is he? Where is he? Why hasn't that piece of shit been brought to justice? Why not? Why did they just brush that under the rug? That motherfucker vanished like a fart in the fucking wind, that guy. I would really like to know where he's at, that guy. House of Prayer Christian Church, okay? They were targeting veterans. House of Prayer Christian Church targeting veterans' pensions. That's what they were doing, okay? Anybody that's tuning in, good morning, smash that like. What we're talking about this morning is why David isn't in prison. And again, we haven't held him accountable. The government's not going to walk in and say, hey, David, we need to see your taxes. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. The government are the idiots handing out these exemptions to David, being like, yeah, here you go, fucking swell guy. You know, keep on doing what you're doing. You're not doing anything wrong. You know, book's looking great, and hey, don't worry about it. Keep doing what you're doing. Here's another exemption. The government's the one doing this, guys. We have to inform them. He will go to jail eventually, guys. It's just time. It's just time and patience, you guys. That's why I urge everybody to send in the fraud reports, okay? The IRS will have to do something. I'm pretty sure they're doing something by now. If they've revoked one exemption already, it's a good chance they're looking into the other ones, okay? And all those tax ID numbers are all in that fraud report. All 3 names that we know of, okay, unless they filed for another one. But I honestly don't think they'd be able to with 3 different names. I think the IRS would probably flag them after they've withdrew so many names and just shit on them at that point. Good, this is good 999. And some people might think I'm crazy doing the fraud reports, but no, you know what? It worked. It's working. It's working. And David's probably like, fuck, man, there's nothing he can do about it, you guys. Don't be scared to send these fraud reports in, you guys. David can do absolutely nothing. The IRS is not going to call you. They're not going to come to your house. I guarantee you the IRS will not call you. Promise you. They are not going to come and destroy your life for reporting fraud, okay? If that's what you're worried about, don't be, because they're not. I've been doing it for a fucking year plus, 2 years almost, and they haven't said shit to me. So, keep that in mind. So you're sitting here asking yourself the question, why isn't David in prison? And again, I saw somebody, I pinned it on one of the other videos the other day. Why isn't this man in prison? Well, guys, it's our turn to hold him accountable. David's pretty much been thinking he's bulletproof all this time, right? And I don't mean that in like a literal term, but he thinks the government can't touch him, and now he's pulling the racism card, right? Because it sounds like he's put all of his ducks on the table, and his last card is always the racism card. Even when you talk to him on the phone, oh, well, you're just talking bad about a man because, you know, he's an apostle. It's like, no, it's nothing has to do. Oh, well, you're just doing it because you're racist. It's like, no, it's not that either. It's like he's doing shitty shit. Like, if you can't see that he's scamming people. Jesus told me that David Taylor was going to get me $10,000. She hung up on me. Yeah, quick report. I don't know if it is or not. They put, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I am or not. What was I going to say? So Biotech said he's called a prayer line. I told her I talked to Jesus in my dream. Jesus told me that David give me 10 grand. And she hung up on me. Yeah, I can't call the prayer line anymore. They know my number. Well, I know they're down in Houston now. I know exactly where they're at, which is just fine. Um, I mean, man, David. I wonder what he thinks is going to happen with all this. Like, honestly, David, what do you think? What do you guys think David's end game is? What do you think he thinks his end game is? He thinks he's honestly going to pull all this shit off with the stage, with the arena. He still thinks that. But, David, you're not going to. You're absolutely right, Bruce Williams. When it's all over, there will be a lot of pathetic. I don't want to call them pathetic, dude. These people have just been fucking fooled by this asshole, right? I don't want to say they're pathetic. They're gonna stand around looking real foolish at each other and be like, well, what do we do now? Yeah, hopefully not Waco. See, and this is what I try to say, 999, is like, we haven't learned our lesson with this, right? We haven't learned our lesson with these religious cults. David has taken a piece of every cult. Waco, Jim Jones, Paul White, Rob Bar, all of them, guys. He's taken a piece from every single religious prosperity preacher and tied it into David's fucking revelation. That's what he's done. Kenneth Copeland, Benny Hinn, everything. The waving of the jacket, the blowing of the people, that's all Benny Hinn, right? The gibberish, that's all Reinhard Bunke, right? You got Smith Wigglesworth. He always talks about Smith Wigglesworth, you know? He's taken a little piece of each one, said, oh, now this is, I've done all this. I'm the great apostle. No, David, you're fake. You're fake, David. Yeah, he's like a junkie on heroin. Yeah. It's a compulsion for him, right? For David, scamming is a compulsive disorder. He doesn't not know how to scam. That's all he knows how to do is scam. Yeah, government, someone is letting this happen most defensively. Yeah, definitely the government's fucking letting it happen, dude. Hell yeah, can't. The government is letting it happen. They're the ones fucking signing off on the exemptions. Here you go. Here you go. Have them. Free money. Don't file your taxes for 5 years. Have a nice fucking life. We'll get back to you when you get back to us. I mean, David, talking to you, dude. I know you watch my channel. You're not an apostle. You're fake. You're full of shit. All the curses and all the shit you've said about me, nothing's happened because you do not possess that power, David E. Taylor. David Edward Taylor. You don't possess the power to cast curses on people through God, okay? You don't. You're fake. You do not possess the power. Your hairline might possess the power, but that's about it, dude. The only power you possess, power of the fucking Davies dozen, all right? You're not a prophet. You're fake. You're a false prophet. You're a false apostle. You were never a gang member. You never were out fucking living on the streets. You're full of shit, David. You are absolutely 100% full of shit. I have a picture here. You saying you were in a gang, David? You were in a fucking band in high school. I know David's more delusional than the Vatican. Right? Oh, man. And you know what's funny is, like, there's so many people read so many different versions of the Bible. It's like, oh, the Old Testament says this, the New Testament says that, and this and that, and this and that. It's like, well, I don't know. I always ask people, what version of the Bible are you reading today? What version of the Bible are you reading today that tells you this information? And it's just, every answer is different. Check out my channel, Living Dead Girl. Go to my channel description, and at the very bottom it says a 13909 fraud report. It's already filled out. All you got to do is just go in and fill in your information. Just fucking send it out to the IRS. It's eoclass@irs.gov. I send them every fucking day. because I wanted to take a stand against this because I got to pay my motherfucking taxes at the end of the year. Every motherfucking year on the spot, or I get fucking audited. It does. You're absolutely does. And you know, the thing is, Living Dead Girl, is we have to call the government's bullshit. Yeah, David is just a fucking dude like me and you. He has no fucking power. He has no power. David, you're just another fucking man, dude. That's it. And a degenerate at that. You're a degenerate man. No power. So yeah, if you want the report, you have to click the link and ask for permission. I have to open the link up, okay? I don't share this information with anybody. I open the link and I delete the request, okay? Because I do see your guys' emails and I don't keep those, okay? I don't want those in my inbox. I open it up, allow you to edit it. That way you can put your information in, and then I delete the email of the request, okay? So you have to request the link, okay? But please do. I've filled it out for everybody because that was a request that some of the channel members made. Hey, can you fill these reports out so we can just do them real quick? Michelle, no. You know what? I don't think anybody is doing their background checks on David. When David comes up and says, hey, I want to buy this hotel. Okay, well, who are you and why do you want to buy my hotel? I mean, what is it, the Fly Eagles Inn or the Sky Eagles Inn or whatever it is? I mean, I wonder if those guys actually knew what the fuck they were getting into when they sold that hotel to David. Did they actually do their background work and, like, see about their financials and see what kind of bullshit they were doing? No, because money talks. It's all about money at the end of the day with these people. Mia Quacko. Kind of just talking, Chris Comp sends in fraud reports too. I know Chris Com sends them in. I do. 999 sends them in. I send them in every day now. That money talks, you're right. They don't care who the fuck they sold it to as long as that check clears, man. Yeah, David's definitely getting angry, right? The one thing we talked about in the beginning, how do you stop these people? You get their tax exemption revoked, right? Because that's where they launder the money through, their tax exemptions. There's so many weird stipulations with 501c3. It really is fucking loopholes and loopholes after loophole to fucking just jump through hoops to get away with laundering money. It really is. And you're right, Biotech. David's coming out and he's getting pissed every time because people aren't giving him enough money. David is for sure going broke. I mean, if he's going to buy this hotel, he said he still needs like $4.7 million to finish buying it. Yeah, the thing is what you report him on also when you fill out those forms. Hey, put him that he's because some of this stuff could be looking at like Securities Exchange Commission fraud and shit like that. Honestly, like he's barking up some pretty weird fucking ladders, dude. He's barking up some really funny ladders. I mean, the IRS is one. You don't want to fuck with the IRS. They will make his life miserable. David will want to even be able to get a fucking library card. Not that he can read. You know, not that he needs one because he doesn't go to library, right? The only thing David's going to read is probably the fucking, the nutrition facts on the back of a pack of bonbons or some shit like that. That's what David's going to read nutrition facts on. He's all, I only need to know the nutrition facts on the back of a bucket of Colonel Sanders and a pack of bonbons, okay? And that's it. So yeah, report him on Cash App, Bitcoin, Zelle, PayPal, all of it, you guys, Apple Pay. Because here's the thing, with all these, you can bounce money around through all of these little fucking things. Zelle, PayPal, Cash App, you can transfer it from one shit to another, and all it's doing is just leaving one footprint after another. But I think David's probably doesn't, it's like, oh no, it doesn't leave a footprint. A footprint you leave in the ground, okay? You can't leave a footprint in the digital world, okay? It doesn't work like that. Have a dentist appointment. Be good, be good. All right, Cat Mom, good morning. So Cat Mom, yeah, we're just going to talk about why David's not in jail. And it's honestly because we haven't reported him, right? Nobody stepped up to it until we came along. And I asked the question initially, hey, can you report somebody like this? How do you report a fraudulent organization, right? And asking ye shall receive, man. It happened. There's means for this to be reported to the IRS, and it is working. I guarantee you guys it's working. Send in the reports, you guys. Send them in electronically. Don't waste stamps. Fuck that. Every time you come on here, I'll actually go back and see what tax. Yep. Okay, I can do that. Yeah, I'll keep doing that. I'll go back and we'll keep looking up his tax records to show what taxes he hasn't paid, right? Because it's all a grift now. He needs money to pay. I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to pay first. Taxes or his lawyer fees or the lawsuit or the stage or whatever. I'm trying to figure out what bills he's trying to pay first, or if he's just scrounging just to eat at this point and keep these people fed. That's where I'm at with it. What do you think, Chris Com? Are they scrounging to keep these people fed in this cult? Like, how broke are they? Hey, good morning, DJ Dice, all the way from motherfucking Holland. Yo, DJ Dice. Be good, Chris Com, be good. I'll be live tonight too. Don't worry. I told you, David's trying to shut my channel down, but it makes me want to go even harder when he does it. He's going to lose every copyright strike against me. If he knows it, and that's the thing, David. Your copyright strikes, they don't bother me. Yeah, it might put me out of commission for a couple of weeks, but you know what? It doesn't bother me one bit. Because when I come back, David, it only makes the channel stronger, dude. It really does. Just give it some time, David. Give me a couple of weeks, man. I'm going to come back and run an 8-hour live. Yep. Yeah, I think they're eating lots of ramen. Yep. Yeah, David probably, Michelle, go get him another fucking pack of ramen for the day. I mean, honestly, they set up that call center down in that hotel lobby. That is about as scammy as you can get. I just don't know. He's trying to sell out of one of his mansions. Okay. Yeah, let's do a fraud report telethon. I'll do that one day. Yeah, I'll do it on like a weekend. I'll do it on do it like a Friday or something. I don't know. You guys tell me a date, we'll do it. We'll do a fraud report telethon. We will. We'll do a fraud report telethon, and we'll bomb the IRS with a bunch of fraud reports. I'm with you. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'm down with that, Crook Report. A fraud report telethon. Open up the phone line on like a Friday or something, a Saturday. I don't know. Pick a day, man. I'm all about it. You guys know it. And I'm all about it. Just encourage everybody to show that there's absolutely nothing these people can do to stop us from filing fraud to the government. And this will end it, you guys. I promise it will end. We just have to, we've been playing the long game for quite a while with the government, right? We have to keep playing a little bit longer, guys, right? We're on the green right now. Oh, he's got numerous tax bills, biotech. Yeah, he's got numerous tax bills. He's got numerous tax bills, my man, for sure. He's got a tax bill in Florida for $155,000. He's got a couple up north for the 5-figure range. He's got a federal lawsuit out of Florida. He's fighting biotech, right? He does. David is buried in debt right now. But yet he's saying, oh, I'm buying all these hotels and all these, I'm going to start this school, right? But I'm with you, Crick Report. Let's do a fraud report telethon. God, that would piss him off, wouldn't it? That would make him so mad. Oh, they're going to file fraud on me all day. Yep. I just filed 2 on you today, David. I urge everybody to do it, man. If you've asked yourself the question, why isn't he in jail? Well, guess what? Put your name on a fraud report. You want to help put him in jail? Do it. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, you guys. Please don't. Please don't. You have nothing to be scared of with David. If he were to come after you and threaten you after you sent in fraud, that would be witness tampering, and that would just add another fucking charge to his case. Oh, you want to tamper with the federal witness now? Oh, okay. Oh, Ryan Coltastic. Well, good morning, Ryan Coltastic. Good morning, good morning, 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 morning. What we're talking about, Ryan, is why fucking Walrus with the wig isn't in jail yet. And ultimately it's because of non-government intervention. That's good. Getting ready for your day. Good to see you, man. How you doing today, Ryan Coltastic? Good to have you. Yeah. Walrus with the wig. That's what we call him, Walrus with the wig. Yeah, see, and right now, Ryan, this guy's he's on a copyright fucking rampage trying to shut me down, but he's losing every single copyright now. It's fucking funny. It shuts me down for a bit, but it's great. It gives me some time to do some shit on my other channel, because I have a backup channel now too, right? And they're trying to shut that channel down also, but they can't because I'm well within my rights of terms of fair use. Yeah, for being I'm the apostle. Yeah, for being a great apostle, right, Ryan? It's like, dude, I got less than 2,000 subscribers, right? And he's got what, 8,000 or something, and he's coming after my channel. David, what's up, dude? Why are you coming after my channel, right? Yanel Devico. Oh, really? JWs, huh? Fuck JW. Biggest fucking cult of them all. They can't. They can't. They can't. It's public platform. Once they put their information on public platform, Ryan Coltastic, there ain't shit they can fucking do about it. Same with David. Same with David. There isn't shit YouTube will do about it either, because once, like, David putting his information out, right, trying to copyright it, they're like, dude, you put it out on the public platform. If you don't, David, if you don't want your information used, don't put it out on YouTube. Same with the JWs. If you don't, same with Scientology. They can't come after free speech. They can't. They can't. That's exactly what David's trying to do at this point too with the channel, is you have religious institutions for real trying to spit on free speech now. Pretty crazy, right? It's very it's very subtle right now, but eventually they're going to try and shut down our free speech all the way. That's just what I think. How religion's trying to control the narrative. Yeah, Shelly Miscavige is dead too, Hobby and the Pussycats. Let's be clear about Scientology. That's satanic, dude. That's satanic church, bro. Okay? The only thing church about that fucking place is the name. It's satanic. It's a fucking sex. It's a sex fucking cult. Human trafficking, sex trafficking, money laundering, murder. You guarantee there's fucking murder tied to Scientology. I'm not dumb. Shelly Miscavige is dead. Hashtag where's Shelly? Where is Shelly? You've been seen for quite a few years, man. She's dead. She's dead. They buried her out there, Lake Arrowhead somewhere, man, and I think David Miscavige just floored her. Yeah, I think he just throttled her. Ryan, that's what I think. I think she saw something, and David Miscavige just fucking strangled her right there on the spot. That was it. Done. Over with. Bye. Hey, come clean this up. We got to get rid of her. Where's Shelly? And I think she's dead. I think she's been dead. And you know what's even crazier now, Ryan, is that you have LAPD starting to show up at Scientology meetings. You got cops from LAPD starting to... Is it she's legally missing, if not legally dead? She's legally missing, but I'm pretty sure she's dead. I think she's dead. I think she's been dead. I mean, to be missing for that long. I mean, the cops go looking for her. Oh yeah, she's fine, but okay, by whose account is fine? Oh, the LAPD? Yeah, they're making fucking bank from Scientologists right now. I guarantee there's a lot of LAPD on Scientology's payroll. Money, 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 money. Nah, Shelly's dead. I'm a firm believer that Shelly's been dead for several years. That's, again, if she's fine, just produce her. Show us where she's at. Show us that she's okay. Okay, hey, should we see her? Okay, bye, see ya. Should we see her? She's fine. She's alive. Bye. We'll fucking close the case now. I don't even think they found fucking David Miscavige yet. I don't even think they found that little Keebler elf piece of shit. Government's still looking for that little fucker. David Miscavige? Yeah. If I ever saw that piece of shit, I'd mollywop that fucker too, man. Right in Minecraft. Yep, I agree. She is not with us anymore. Lamore Whitehead? Yeah, he got popped too. Lamore Whitehead? That idiot. Hey, good morning, Colt Watch. Good morning. I was just reading your message about James and Nate Plaster. Or James O'Connor and Nate Plaster. Yeah, James is a nice guy. James is a nice guy. And I was just kind of talking to him earlier. I mean, not talking to him, but talking to him that, hey, Nate and James, dude, get out. James, go to a real church. Don't go to a cult, dude. All right? James, you're a nice guy. David Miscavige is not in jail. No. David Miscavige is not in jail. He's hiding out with Tom Cruise somewhere. Him and Tom Cruise are fluffing each other. But nah, nah, he ain't in jail. Yeah, I really liked him too. Yeah, James is a nice guy. James is a nice guy. And it's too bad that you're stuck there, James. I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure David's probably told you some really mean stuff if you were going to said you wanted to leave. And it's cool, James. We get it, man. We get it. It's just kind of bad, James, when we're sitting back here watching the fraud go on. And what's funny, James, is you and old boy subscribe to my other channel just to monitor the channel, just so you can copyright me and just to shut me down. Because, okay, James and Nate, check this out. If David's such the great apostle, why is he coming after my channel? Wouldn't he just be able to shut it down with his magic fucking powers, or what? Wouldn't he be able just to come in and fucking corrupt all my equipment with his great prophet powers? I mean, he claims to do all these great things, but I have yet to see him heal one person out of a wheelchair, sick, whatever. All we see him doing, James and Nate, is using you guys as little pawns. You guys are at his beckoning disposal, and you guys will wait hand and foot on him, which is really disgusting. Yo, Josh Walsh, good to see you, my man. I read more doing 5 years of girlfriend time. He probably is, Javi. Josh Walsh, how you doing, man? Yep. Yeah, I think James could possibly being abused by David for sure, because James is such a nice guy that David's just gonna fucking walk all over him. Of course, he'll see that as a weakness. And I was reading recently too that I was reading about some cult leaders who are like my size, who are beating up guys bigger than them, you know. And it's just, hey, good morning, Michelle Jones. And it's just it's a power control. I guarantee if any one of us walked up to David and bowed on him, he would fucking probably be like, did Jesus ever rebuke you in a dream on David's behalf? Not that I know of. I've never been rebuked in a dream on David's behalf. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Joseph's a bully. Michelle's a bully too. Michelle is probably just, yeah. I'm in one of David's nice new motels. What do you guys think? What do you guys think David's What do you guys think David's end game is in all this? He honestly thinks he's gonna pull all this shit off, but what do you guys think David thinks his end game is? I want to reach out to you guys, man. Really do, because I bang my head on this sometimes. What's his end game? We know for sure the mansions. He's got those, right? We know he's got those, but the motel now in Houston, right? That kind of steps it up a little bit to a different kind of operation. He's reserving his spot in heaven. Oh, that's funny. He's like, Jesus is actually going to come stay in the hotel with us. I know. I wonder where Michelle Brandon is. She was in the chat last night, Colt Watch, and I think it's her actually. It's an older account, but I think it's her. She's been coming in the chat, running her mouth, calling us snakes, and that you wouldn't know the truth if it hit you in the face. Michelle, guess what? You wouldn't fucking know the truth if it hit you in the face either, because you know what? The truth is right in fucking front of you, and you don't even know it. Michelle, you're about to get hit in the face with the truth so fucking hard. Like when it hits you, it you're gonna wish you were fucking born again, Christian. Okay, that's what you're gonna wish. You'd be like, fuck, I wish I was born again. That's what you're gonna wish, Michelle Brandon. Michelle thinks she's all cool in this too, like she's gonna float scot free. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's KOGGC is nothing more than a real estate investment company. Yeah, she wants some donut balls, Gene. Dance party. Oh, Marley, get over it. Yeah, Jesus gets the penthouse suite. Real estate investment company. That's the thing. Okay, what church is a fucking real estate investment company? Yeah, okay. I mean, honestly, David had to open up a real estate investment company with his church so he could buy property. Kingdom of God Global Church Real Estate Investment Company, LLC. Anybody want to know what David's church is? It's a real estate investment company. Oh, man, what an asshole. So David's out buying property up with your donor money. Kelly in the motherfucking house. And David's like, actually, no, I get the penthouse, cat mom. Jesus doesn't get the penthouse. He gets this room downstairs, okay? Because I'm the apostle. Jesus gets the room downstairs. I get the penthouse, okay? I'm the one making all the predictions here. Thank you. That's right. Right, Javi? The IRS audits me because mileage is a bit high, but lets David E. walk scot-free. Thank you. You're right. If I miss $5 on my taxes, the IRS fucking comes and audits me. And take my house over $5. Huh, Marley? We don't want them to take our treats or anything like that, okay? Right? Yeah, get over it. Yeah. IRS audits me if I'm off on my business records. Fuckers. Yeah, speaking, and the thing is like, you're right, Javi. It's like they audit me because my mileage is off by 500 miles. Oh, well, you owe us $50. Oh, you just called to order the 1,000 books? That's right, because David wrote 1,000 books from Shutaway. Hey, that'd be nice. A lengthy jail sentence. I think that's a very obtainable goal, right? Smash that like when y'all get in here. We got 17 people in here. Show me 17 thumbs up. Talking about why David's not in prison, you guys. And once again, because we haven't held him accountable. We, the people, right? We, the taxpayers, right? We need to hold David accountable. Shit away. You call it shit away. It is. It's shit away. David's probably sitting on the shitter 24/7 because of all the fucking donuts he's eating. My boy. Hi. My boy. But yes, I think a lengthy jail sentence is definitely doable. And I would very much like to see that. He's been scamming so many people. This is no different than an Indian phone scam. It's just religion. He's just using religion to justify the scam. David, you know you are. It's a scam. David, you're a scam artist. He was supposed to go live last night, but he didn't. It was another recording like, oh, well, we're just going to do a recording. It's just going to be from night one because David's too fucking fucked up to come out and do a video tonight. He looks like absolute dog shit. So we're going to keep him in the fucking locker tonight, okay? But yeah, he's supposed to be live tonight. So are we. David, if you're live tonight, guess what? I'll be live again too, okay? And it's funny, David tried to copyright last night's video. I don't get it, dude. Ask Michelle. Be more Pacific. Ask Michelle, David. See? Ask Michelle. David's like, oh, where'd you get that shirt from? You like it, Ryan? Check it out. Yeah, be more Pacific. And then look at the belt buckle. Look, it's a donut. It's a donut. Hey, good morning, Nunya. Good morning, Nunya Business. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in the chat. Hit that like and subscribe if you're new here. Yeah, it's got what else? Then it's got the Mercedes in the background. Look, it's got the Mercedes, and this is. I'll get with Nate Parrish and see if he wants to produce some more of them. But it was one of our channel subscribers who made it, yeah. And he's all, dude, I want to make this shirt. He said, this is the shirt that Nate Parrish made, though. Look at it. Like the bald spot. The bald spot's on point and everything, too. The little bald spot right in the back. They probably should. They fucking DSI probably should have hired him with all the gibberish and shit that he speaks. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, Nate Parrish made it. So big shout out to Nate Parrish. He was the designer of this shirt, man. And, yeah, he put some work into it. Nate Parrish. He's one of channel subscribers. Colt Watch, yeah. He's one of channel subscribers, yeah. Actually has some pretty extensive knowledge about David's cult, too. So, yeah. He drew it, and he's a singer and songwriter and artist and stuff, so. Glenn Benton is banging Michelle. Michelle's so deep in now. Yeah, she has nowhere to go. No, I'm with you there too, Bruce Williams. Michelle, you're in so deep now. You don't have anywhere to go. Your safety net is the cult. That's it. You don't know anything outside of that. For you to leave, Michelle, it would be almost a culture shock for you to leave the cult. You wouldn't know what to do with yourself. You wouldn't know, honestly, you wouldn't know what to do without David's authority telling you when and what to do and when to do it or how to do it. You wouldn't. Michelle would be a lost puppy dog. You put her out in the world without David, she would for sure crumble. And I'm with you, Bruce. She has nowhere to go. You have nowhere to go, Michelle, which is why you're still there. You know it. I know it. I mean, Michelle, you gave up your kids for this place. You gave up your kids for this place, and that's about probably as low as you can go as a mother, honestly. Give up your kids, you go join a fucking religious cult. I mean, I'm trying to figure out, like, if your daughter ever goes to college and if people know who you are and they find out who your daughter is, they're gonna like be like, damn, your mom's on the fucking internet with that piece of shit David E. Taylor. in that fucking cult that's doing all that fucking scammy ass bullshit, that's your mom? Come from a real nice family. Canned, yeah. I feel bad for Michelle too. I feel bad for her in a sense that she's not thinking for herself when she probably could. If Michelle left, oh my God, that would, yeah. Caucasians bow to me, Donut Rebel David. Hashtag Donut Rebel. Javi, you need to coin that one. Hashtag Donut Rebel David. Javi coins it. Hashtag Donut Rebel David. There you go. Javi coins it. Donut Rebel David. But you know where I stopped feeling bad for Michelle is when I heard her say to that girl, like, I would love for you to come meet me face to face. I would love for you to come meet me face to face. That's when I started losing it for Michelle. Yeah, Michelle would actually have to find a real job, put her name on a real application, which she probably can't do. Yeah, all those white people in the altar were bowing to man. Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, bowing to that fucking degenerate. I will never bow to a man. Fuck that. They could fucking blow my head off first in Minecraft, but I will never bow to a man. Fuck that. Yep, and you're right. She would actually have to get a job. I honestly think that Michelle's probably in deeper shit than David, though, but I don't know. I don't know. That's just an assumption, but given the depths of Michelle's involvement, Rick Frazier took down the website about David. No, Rick Frazier took down the website about David. How brainworm they must be. Oh yeah, these people in this cult. Yeah, David didn't allow Michelle to go to her daughter's graduation. I don't think Rick Frazier wants anything to do with this anymore. He took the website down about David. No, Cat Mom or Michelle Jones. Michelle's treated like absolute dog shit. No, Michelle's treated like absolute dog shit. Yeah, you're right. When it all comes down, whoever signed anything for this for David, it's not going to be good. Anybody who signed on the dotted line for David, not going to be good. Well, what I think it was, honestly, is because David's social security number was up on that website, and that was Rick Frazier's website. And I'm pretty sure either David, because I took the social security number down from the website. They can't get me for that being up there. I took it and put it on a fraud report. That's David's social security number, right? The only reason I wanted it was to put it on a fucking fraud report. That's it. If you're using David's social security number to pull out a line of credit, you got your head up your ass, okay? Don't do it. The only reason I put it on there is I can also check his credit with it too. So if I wanted to run a credit check on David, I could now, okay? So don't think for 1 second I haven't thought about it. And I'm still thinking about it, okay? So I'm pretty close to pulling your fucking credit because I have your name, your date of birth, and your social security number. That's all I need, okay, to pull your credit. So, David, keep that in mind. But I honestly think Rick took it down was because either David could have possibly threatened suit to him for releasing his information, because Rick was the one that built that website, right? Rick had it in for David. Rick had it in for David because the amount of money fucking Debbie gave to David, right? That's a lot of fucking money. And then for David just to say, don't be ridiculous, I'm not giving you any money back. Yeah, piece of shit calling you his sons and daughters. Yeah. Yep. Oh, you do? You have a clip of Michelle saying she's a millionaire? Yeah, I doubt it. If Michelle's borrowing money for rent, I guarantee she's not a millionaire. Well, I'd say the more people that file fraud against him every day, the quicker it happens. I guarantee it. If everybody files fraud, you guys, that's what I've been kind of preaching that. That's the one thing I've been preaching out here. If you pay your taxes and you live in America, get the fraud report off the channel, put your name on it, and start sending them in every day to the IRS. I guarantee the more the IRS hears about it, the quicker they're going to fucking step up their investigation. They're going to be like, holy shit, we keep getting these fraud reports on this same guy every fucking day from multiple people. Maybe we should step up our game here and go look into these people, right? That's what I've been kind of preaching here, guys. Fill out the fraud reports. They can do nothing about it. Yep. I guarantee. Oh, they've red flagged him. They've red flagged him already. Joshua Media Ministries has been red flagged. Yes, it's been revoked. Now he's got to get the other two, which is Marvels in America World Healing and, or not Marvels in America. Yeah, Marvels in America World Healing and Kingdom of God Global Church. Honestly, Theis, I think what happened yesterday is he knew we were gonna be there, so he didn't want to go live because he looked like shit. Because night before last, he looked like shit, dude. He looked like absolute shit. Oh, I bet David would have cried and whimper too if he got fucking punched in the face. That's the thing. I honestly don't think David's ever been disciplined or had his ass beat. Honestly. Nobody's ever told him no. He's just been a big fucking bully his whole life. David's been a bully his whole fucking life. That's his problem. I wouldn't even pay. I wouldn't even pay top dollar. I would just want to see it. I don't condone violence either. Never will I. Maybe in Minecraft, but that's a different story. I mean, we could fucking get down in Minecraft all goddamn day. Fucking throw him in a lava pit. Yeah, don't condone the violence, but David is definitely the type that's his mommy and daddy never told him no. You know, David, what does your family think of you too? What does your own family think of you, David? All the shit you've done, and I mean, man, if you were my brother, I would beat your ass. I would. If you were my brother, dude, you would be getting your ass beat every day. In Minecraft. You would, David. You would be getting whomped on every day if you're doing this shit and you're in my family. We wouldn't condone this kind of behavior. But that's the thing that happened is when David thought he's this great prophet, which he's not. Once again, David. False prophet, David. Fake, false, liar, scam. Yeah, I think that David would honestly fall over if anybody just like flexed up on him. 999. Like if you just walked up to him, just went like this, like he'd probably be like, he would flinch. Oh, the abuse he does on other people? We know he has put his hands on Michelle. Michelle, we know David has put his hands on you, okay? We know that. People have come out and said they've witnessed it, okay? So we know there's physical abuse going on in this place, all right? We know it. At 999, it was an ex-member that came out and said, yeah, I saw David grab Michelle. I believe it 100%. It's all power and control, man. It's all power and control. I mean, Michelle, what's your end game in this? What are you getting out of this at the end of the day? Salvation, David's little glory rod? I mean, you're not sleeping with him, I don't think. You probably were in the beginning because that's how you would have got your power, right? You would have had to give it up, right, to get your power control, right? That's how you would have got the control in the cult. You would have got there, right? And this is stories we got from some of these women. Hey, what's up, Master Shredder? His little glory rod, yeah. Is that basically when Michelle, when you got there, right, there was an immediate power shift. And it was with you, right? Women were saying in this cult, like, oh, she just got here. How'd she get all this power? Well, guess what? Y'all didn't put out for David. That's why she got the power. And she's prettier than most of you, probably. That's why she got the power, is because she put out and she's pretty, right? Just speaking the facts here. I honestly don't think she is anymore. I would like to think that it's gotten to the point where Michelle's probably disgusted by him and just doesn't want to say it. Because Michelle Jones, she's been coming in the chats lately at night. She's been coming in the chats lately at night and shooting her mouth off. And after some research, I think it is her. I mean, a couple other people were doing some research on the channel, and we're pretty sure it's her. But I don't know. I heard him talk about his family. None of his siblings like him and call him a liar. Even had problems with his parents who know he's lying. God, that's gotta suck. It's like his parents are old and stuff, and I wonder, like, his dad's thoughts, like, before he passed, like, damn, my son's just a piece of shit, you know? Like, I didn't raise a good son. Yeah, if he was related to me, I'd change my name. Disown him or something. Oh, he tries to control the family. Right? He's unhealthy. I know, Michelle, why do you stay? Michelle, honestly, ask yourself this one question, Michelle Denise Brannon. Why do you stay? Why do you stay with David? Is he that good in the sack that it's like you just can't give it up? Like his little glory rod is that holy and fucking pleasurable to you that you just don't want to give it up? Is it because you have nowhere else to go? Is it because you know you've dug yourself into a deep fucking hole and you don't even have a fucking ladder to get out of it? Is it the money? Michelle's like, you could put your glory rod in my glory hole. Yep. Inquiring minds want to know, Michelle. I want to know, why do you stay? I know, maybe he's got dirt on her. David has dirt on everybody in there. Yeah, she's going to write a book and then she'll be in the Today Show and tell like a victim, yeah. Or they have dirt on each other, right? They have dirt on each other. That would be legit, right? Like if they had dirt on each other. You know why he didn't go to his dad's funeral? Is because no doubt process servers would be looking for him. He's like, I'm a fucking thug. Thug life, bitches. Gangster disciple. That's probably what he says. That's probably gangster disciple. Yeah. David, for you to not go to your dad's own funeral, dude. That's a pretty shitty thing to do, dude. I mean, honestly, David, you don't go to your dad's own funeral because you said, oh, I'm here with God and I need to be with God. I think God would be happy that you go and see your dad off to God, right? You're not the great prophet or apostle, David. You're a liar. I'm rebuking you, David. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ, David E. Taylor. You're a scam artist. You're a prophet. Michelle, I rebuke you too. You're a snake. You're a liar. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. So, David, if you could rebuke, guess what? So can I. I can rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ, although I know I don't carry the power to do the shit that you're saying, you know, to cast curses and all this other bullshit. If you're really the great prophet, David, first you would lose all the weight. You would get on a treadmill and fucking be healthy for Christ. That's what you would do, David. Get healthy for God. Don't be a scam artist. Don't be a liar. Damn. I just got a message from the homie Bill Cosby ASMR. They got his fucking Instagram page taken down. He's desperate. Taken down. I just checked. He got my Instagram page taken down. This shows how desperate they are. All right, now the homie's page got taken down that was devoted to David E. Taylor, right? He's copyrighting the channel. This is a pure sign of desperation, you guys. You guys send in the fraud reports now. Keep sending them in. Let's bombard the IRS, you guys. I'm telling you. You guys, send in the fraud reports, you guys. If this isn't a sure fucking sign that it's working, you guys, that this is coming to an end, I don't know what more. It's just patience, guys. It really is. Even my boy Bill Cosby ASMR, we had a good conversation yesterday. And I love my guy, dude. This is my homie. Until we're blue in the face about a lot of different things I won't discuss because that was a conversation between me and him. But we want to see this stopped. We want to see this stopped, guys, so bad. Michelle Jones, Bill Cosby ASMR had an Instagram page on, it's all David E. Taylor, and they got it struck down. He just texted me. Desperate, you guys. Yeah, there's so many people, and that's the thing, David. I think of Michelle's self-esteem. Think of how low her fucking self-esteem is. David probably keeps her self-esteem in the fucking dirt. I'll bet Michelle's self-esteem is in the fucking dirt because of David. She probably looks at the ground when he's around. That's the type of person she is. She'll look at the ground. And the homie's right. He's desperate, dude. He's desperate. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and these are desperate measures. These are very much desperate measures. David's desperate. He's trying to shut the channel down, right? Because he's very much worried that he's going to get shut down right now. I got to send something out to my counselor from the VA. Sorry, I don't fuck around with those guys. I get an email, I send it out right away. Yep, that's what's happening. Every day he goes on, he shows more and more. He's showing more and more every day that he goes online. Well, the lack of actually being online yesterday, right? The fact that he didn't come out live last night is telling a lot. Yeah, David's going to throw them all under the bus, be like, oh, it was all them. They signed all the paperwork. But no, David, you're the fucking head of this organization, of these organizations, I should say. You're the face of this fucking place, dude. They're going to come after you, big boy. They're not going to go after... They're going to go after everybody who's been mentioned on those fraud reports. How about that? They're going to go after Tony, Ashley, Steve, Joseph, Michelle, David, Ashley Ware. They're going to go after the people on those fraud reports. And when this shit goes down, they're going to question everybody individually. They're going to separate them in fucking different rooms and be like, okay, start talking. That's what's going to happen. And you're right, Joe. David will throw them all under the bus. When it's all said and done, David'll be like, nah, it was them. I had nothing to do with it. And they'll take it. They'll happily take getting thrown under the bus by David. They'll be like, okay, well, all right, cool, whatever. Then at the end of the day, what they're going to have no credit, no job skills, no education, no degree. They're going to get out of this place and be like, well, what do we do? This place has, you guys are going to have no job skills, okay, when you get out. Nate and James O'Connor, I mean, what do you guys honestly think you're going to do when you get out of this place? Yes, you're right. I'm with you there, Dan. Everybody there at this point is now guilty by association. Yes, everybody there is now guilty by association. I'm with you, bro. They can't say, oh, well, we didn't know. No, you guys can't play that card now at this point. Not with all the information we've been putting out about David's cult. You guys can't say we didn't know. No, it's not going to work. Sorry. For you guys to say you didn't know, Sorry. Ashley. So who's on the fraud report? Got David, Michelle, Joseph, Tony, Steve, Ashley Ware, Ashley Larimer, and LaMarcia McDonald, because those were the people mentioned in the deposition. You had Ashley Ware and LaMarcia McDonald were mentioned in the deposition, right? Bashir and her sister, but Ashley and LaMarcia were the ones that were mentioned a lot about when it came down to the finances and who handled everything. You like that? You like that, Dan Alexander? Nate Parrish made it, man. Right? I'm a death metal fan too. It's a suicide sacrifice. Like a drowning man grasping at straws or donuts. All right, Living Dead Girl. He is. He's actually grasping at donuts for fucking life preserver. He's all, hey, can you guys just throw me a Davy's dozen? Dude's all, hey, don't sacrifice any donuts, okay? No sacrificing any donuts. Deicide can't sacrifice any donuts, okay? Those are my fucking donuts, Dan Alexander. Oh, man. David's all, who's Deicide? I don't know anything about Deicide. Yep, I hope they get their judgment. And Dan, last time I found out, my man, is that David's not playing hardball with the judges. That he's not playing with the lawyers. Like, he's basically trying to stonewall the whole process again. I do too. I hope the the judge says, yeah, take everything, whatever you guys are asking for, you can have it. Yeah, the $2 million, yeah, you guys can have it. All the storage fees, yeah, you guys can have it. I'm really hoping that's what the judge says, because Dan, last time my source said is that David isn't fucking even, pretty much not even calling the lawyers or getting with mediation or anything. He is making no attempt to mediate this federal case. Zero attempt. He's trying to draw it out like another Harold Lewis gig, right? But this is a federal case. You can't draw these cases out and be like, oh, you need to ask my lawyer, Michelle. No, it's not going to work like that. And I do too. I hope the stage company gets their fucking judgment. And I'm thinking they might, Dan. I'm thinking they will. I think they will. Because of what David's done. I mean, look at how he's lied. Then he's going to come out and defame the company online and say, oh, they're lying. There's no lawsuit. They spent my money that I gave to them. That's steep, dude. That's steep for David to even come out and say that. It's like, David, when there's a lawsuit from the courts that says you're being sued, and for you to come out and then defame the company that's filed a federal lawsuit against you. Oh, no, David. Yeah, he's hoping and coping at this point while hiding like a scared child. Yep, David does. David does like caked on makeup. But, I mean, if they're caking makeup on like that, take all that makeup off, I'm just saying. Yeah, he did. You're right, 999. David dug his own grave on this one. You're right. David dug a grave for probably 3 Davids. Mm-hmm. He probably dug a hole for 3 Davids, not just one. You're right. David dug himself a huge hole. And it's like he's throwing everybody in with it. He dug the hole. He's digging the hole with everybody, and he's throwing everybody in the hole, and he's going to bury everybody at the end of the day. He's going to be like, hey, where'd everybody go? He's going to be standing on top of the grave that he dug for everybody. Be like, well, where is everybody? Well, David, you threw him to the bus, dude. But yeah, I think David likes the caked on makeup. But yeah, David likes his women to look like dolls, I think. I think that's what he wants. He wants his women to look like dolls, and they kind of do. Like when I seen some of those ladies on there, I'm like, dang, they look like dolls, like plastic, like porcelain dolls with too much makeup. I mean, the thing is David's transporting these people, or they're driving there themselves to go work there at David's little fucking hotel in Houston, which is disgusting. I don't know how. I don't know how Houston PD hasn't picked up on this yet. Yeah, he's a sexist pile of garbage. I mean, giving them the title as a pile of garbage, I mean, that's still an understatement. But I mean, I'm sorry, that's an overstatement, Dan. Pile of garbage is an overstatement of David. I don't even want to give him that statement as pile of garbage, man. I mean, he's a sexist for sure, but a pile of garbage. Um, I would compare him to like the liquid you get at the bottom of your trash can after it's been sitting out for a few weeks, and it's all like that festering, just nasty fucking rotten juice at the bottom of your trash can filled with maggots. That's what David is to me. It's like he's just the filthiest stench of the fucking stench because of what he's done. He takes it to a whole new low. He's like that stagnant water that the maggots are swimming in at the bottom of your trash cans after a hot sunny day, and it stinks really bad. That's what David is. He's not even the trash. He's the liquid below the trash that the flies feast on. That's what he is. Yeah, I apologize to all the piles of garbage out there. If we offended you, we apologize. Even shit flies. Right. The shit fly's like, we're the fuck out of here. Fuck that Crick report. He is, dude. David takes it to a whole new level, man. Takes it to a whole new level, man. That fool's dirty, bro. Fool's dirty. I got a movie on in the background right here. I got Kingdom of Heaven on right now, and Salahuddin is about to fucking cut Reynald Deschatillon's throat. He's like, I did not give the cup to you. He's like, no, my lord, you didn't. Here it comes. He's like, this is like the dopest scene in this whole movie. It really is. This is probably by far the coolest scene. In this scene right here, I like this movie. It's pretty badass. In this scene, the passing of the cup back in the day was a real thing, right? If you were passed a cup by a king, right, that guaranteed your safety, right? And in this scene, Salahuddin passes the cup over to Guy de Lusignan, right? Says here, and then Guy passes it over to Reynald, right? Now, the passing of the cup, that guaranteed, whoever the cup was passed to, that guaranteed your safety. So for Reynald to get the cup passed over by Guy, it didn't guarantee Reynald's safety, so Salahuddin just killed him. David is, it's more of a 24 pack of Krispy Kreme. Well, we have Davy's dozen. Each sermon of his. I know we should start translating. Well, and Crick Report, he's really gunning for the channels right now. I mean, he just shut down the homie's Instagram page, man. What a fucker. This is all signs, honestly, like for him to go after it this hard, this is all sign like he's about to get fucking nailed, I think. I don't know. This is just a sign that he is super desperate to shut us all down because what we're doing is working and there's some kind of pressure we don't know about that's going on. He says every day he goes on, he shows more and more. I mean, he didn't even come on last night. He didn't even show his face last night. was another recording. So yeah, he took the video from day one and then just replayed it from last night. Replayed the same video. Oh, excuse me. Man, David. I'm surprised. It's crazy. Oh, Jor Davies? Yeah, we could. Well, and I'm with you on Crick, dude. Right? That's the thing. Like what he's doing, but she's laundering the money out, dude. She's laundering the money out, dude, into Jor Davies shit, dude. Because Jor Davies is the fucking tax holder, dude. His name's on that report on the IRS form. But yeah, I think we should translate it. We could. Jor Davies a piece of shit. I had his phone number. I I called him one time, and he's like, "Yes, Catherine's an apostle." I was like, "No, she's not. I'll bet you $1 million she's not." And he fucking never called me back. That piece of shit. Yeah, that fucking asswipe, Jor Davy. I think everybody should call him. I mean, he's got a phone number. It's on the tax form on the IRS website. Be good, living dead girl. Yeah, I'll probably go and wrap it up here. Yeah. We'll go wrap it up here at 11. Give it 10 more minutes. 15 more minutes. We'll wrap it up after that. And we're going to do a live also tonight because David is going to be live, maybe, possibly. We'll see. We'll see if he bones out and bitches out like he did last night on his followers, right? Because he's just gotten too chaotic and unoriginal that nobody is believing him anymore, or he's had to pack up and move out of that hotel. I don't know. David, like, honestly, David, did you think buying that hotel was going to work? Did you think we weren't going to find out about it? Did you think we weren't going to see what you were doing, David? Yeah, you've pretty much created a nice shitstorm for yourself, David. Really good one, too. Honestly, I don't know. I'm surprised you've made it this long on your scam, dude. I honestly don't know how you've made it. I don't think any of us really wonder how you've made it this long with all the bullshit you've been doing. But I guess that's what happens when you can lie, cheat, and steal your way into the pulpit, claiming to be a prophet, right? David, I'm more of a prophet than you are. At least we called out all your bullshit. Your Amway arena not happening, the stage isn't happening, the convoy of miracles isn't happening. Just saying, David, who are the ones here that have the more fucking future seeing capabilities? Not you, obviously. Your jet didn't happen, your helicopter didn't happen. I mean, oh man. David, you can't keep claiming COVID, okay? Quick report. Go watch David E. Taylor's deposition, dude. Go watch his deposition, my man. Just type in David E. Taylor full deposition. The channel is called Shut the Muck Up. It's on that channel. Don't watch the Rick Fraser edition because he's getting paid for it, and he's kind of the catalyst to all this, that asshole. Do the unedited version on Shut the Muck Up and just watch the deposition, bro. You'll be hooked on it. You're going to be hooked on it. You're going to be like, I need to watch this every day now for the next 5 years of my life. I'll give you the backstory. Since we're here, quick report. Let me give you the backstory of David E. Taylor. So that way you don't have to watch the deposition, okay? So, might as well, we're here. The backstory of David E. Taylor. So the deposition that's on YouTube, it hit in 2014, right? But it wasn't released until 2017, I think, right? Give or take. So the deposition's released, and now a man by the name of Rick Fraser, okay, this is how it started. I'll give you the details because I've actually had conversations with Rick, and I've found out why the deposition came about. basically the reason this deposition came about, okay, is because Debbie Frazier, married to Rick Frazier, right? They divorced, got a small settlement. Debbie got a small settlement from her ex-husband, Rick, right? Dude, and it wasn't small, dude. It was a small fortune, bro. It was probably like 1.4, I think. Just under 2 million, right? Definitely enough to buy a house, get started, everything. She gives it all up to this asshole, David E. Taylor, right? To Apostle David E. Taylor. Debbie goes back to the ex, maybe a year later, says, hey, I need more money. Rick basically asked her to say, where's all this money that I just gave you? Okay, I just gave you a small settlement and it's gone already. Where did it go? And this is basically what Rick told me, is that Debbie basically said, well, I gave it to this pastor, David E. Taylor, right? Well, what'd you give all the, ultimately, Rick said, okay, if you want more money, I'm gonna depose you, okay, because I want to know where the money went, because you're not telling me where the money's going. So David is ultimately a third-party witness, right? David's just a witness in a divorce proceeding, right? But he gets in this deposition and tries to act like he's the fucking smartest man in the room. And he's not, dude. And they just fucking tear him up, right? So that's why we're all here. This channel, yeah, we're all hooked on it. I don't watch anymore because it's all up here. I remember it. This channel was dedicated to talk about why he wasn't, just to talk about him. Because everybody I saw had the same question. Why isn't he in jail? Okay, well, let's look at the deposition. He's definitely lied under oath, right? Definitely perjured himself. He's definitely lying on his taxes, right? All this shit. Sorry, getting off track. So, the reason that we get the deposition, okay, and this is what Rick Frazier tells me, the ex-husband of Debbie who gave up the money, right? So Debbie and Rick were married, right? They divorce. Okay, Debbie is now still in this fucking cult with her family, dude. Keep that in mind, okay? The deposition happened in 2014, okay? We're, what, 7, 8 years later now almost, dude? This is still going on. He's still scamming people. So what Rick Frazier tells me, and this is through FaceTime, this is no bullshit, I FaceTimed with him because he got with me to ask me to take videos down of him, of Debbie and his daughter talking about him. And I said, nope, not doing it. So ultimately he tells me, like, the reason, like, I asked David just to give Debbie back $100,000 out of the $1 million that he had, right? Do the Christian thing, give back 10%, right? And David basically David told Rick Frazier, don't be ridiculous. I'm not giving it back. So he did it. Oh, what happened there? Oh, what happened, Colt Watch? That was Kent. So yeah, David. So yeah, Rick Frazier asked David to give back the money. He said, "Don't be ridiculous." So Rick said, "Okay, I'm going to put you under deposition." That's why we have the deposition, is because David didn't give back $100,000. Had he just given back 10%, we probably never would have had the deposition. Just saying. But yeah, so that's ultimately why we're here, is for David, is because he's a cult leader. He's just as bad as Catherine too, bro. Kim and Catherine could be like, I don't know, man. Yeah. Him and Catherine are bad, dude. I mean, if you watch the deposition, you'll see clearly why we're here. You'll be like, okay, I get it now. I see why you guys are trying to stop this asshole. And it's bad. What he's doing is gone beyond any kind of religion, dude. It's gone beyond religion. It's gone beyond cult at this point. It's just a scam. It's a totally abusive cult. It really is. It's a full-blown sex cult, abusive cult. David's the leader, and they're all in an abusive relationship with the one man. And that's exactly what it is with David. All these people, Michelle, all the people in the call center, anybody who deals with David or is working for that man or volunteering their time are in an abusive relationship with one man. Whether they know it or not, Nate Plaster and James O'Connor. James O'Connor, keep copyrighting my channel, dude, okay? I'm going to win every single time, okay? I guarantee you, I will win every single copyright strike, okay? And I will fight every single one, and you guys are going to get tired of fighting them, and YouTube is going to get tired of looking them over, okay? I guarantee it. I will fight every single fucking copyright strike you guys do against my channel, and I will win every single copyright strike against my channel, okay? It's okay. It happens. Kent's like, hey, why'd I get put in timeout? Hey, Kent, you're good. Colt Watch just accidentally put you in timeout. It's okay. Kent's like, hey, what'd I do? Kent's like, I rebuke the spirit of falling phones. Oh, man. Oh, man. So, yeah, that's where we're at with David. Why is he in jail? You guys, we got to hold him accountable. I urge everybody to file reports on him right now. If any time is the time, it's right now. It's right now. Now is the time to get these reports, to file as many as possible. Because if David is really going after social media pages like this, that's really telling of the problems he's having on the inside. It really is. I mean, to go after social media pages this much, it's like he's really trying to control the narrative in what's being said. That just proves it. And he can't. He can't control the narrative on social media because he's putting all this stuff out on a public platform and they're just shooting him down. I wonder if you can peel it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there, guys. We'll be live tonight, too. Around the same time, 6 o'clock Central. And if David decides to run a live tonight, we'll run a live. But if you're going to come out and do another recording, I'll just end the live. Because I'm not going to report on Colt Watch. It happens. We're human. We're only human. I mean, if David's live, we'll stay live. But if he's going to come out and just do reruns, I mean, I'm not going to report on his shit anymore if it's old. Really not. It's just a waste of time now at this point to put the content out on him if it's not new content. No, you don't. Shit happens. Man, it happens. It happens. And I did start a membership for the channel, and it's just for fun, guys. Whether you guys join it, it's up to you. But I put the membership levels as Davies dozens, okay? So there's Davies dozen with plain, glazed, and ultra, and then there's a Davies dozen gold. So, oh yeah, I'll let you guys set the stream, man. I'll set it up anytime you guys want. I guess we could say do it on like a Saturday or something. Do it like a Saturday afternoon. Start at say noon Central. Say noon Central and stop it at 8 o'clock p.m. Central. Do an 8-hour live. Do an 8-hour fucking fraud report filing telemarathon. Yeah. I'm with you, 999. I'm with you. Run a live for 8 hours. To get people to file fraud against David E. Taylor. Because again, I always see people ask the question, why is he not in jail? Well, let's hold him accountable, you guys. It's okay. It's all right, Colt Watch. Nothing you can do about it once he's in timeout. It's all right, Colt Watch. It happens. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world for sure. Spilt milk, cleaned up with the rag. But no, I'm definitely with you, 999. I think that's a good idea. I'm all about it. I'd like to do it before my next class semester starts. Let's take a peek here. Let's see. We could do it. We could do it April 1st. You guys want to do it on April Fool's Day? We could do it April 1st. It's a Saturday. I'll set the live now too. I'll go into studio and set it for April 1st and just let it sit there and marinate. We could set it for April 1st. We'll do an April Fool's Day fucking fraud telemarathon on David. Have it, yeah. Yeah, let's make him look like a fool. We already are. We already are. He's actually making himself look like a fool by copywriting and trying to take these channels down. He really is. He's doing it himself. We don't need to make him look like a fool. He's done it himself. We just handed David the match. That's all we did. We handed David the match. He had the gas. He poured the gas on himself. We just handed him the match. Said, "Here you go. Light yourself on fire." He's like, "Oh, okay, yeah. I like the smell of matches." I know, right? We don't need to make him look like a fool. For real. He did that on his own, man. And David's like, oh, yes, I did. Yeah, so let's shoot for April 1st. Let's shoot for April 1st. We'll start, say, noon Central. And, yeah, no, we'll run a full telemarathon. What's David going to do? Yeah. Yeah. Let's make him look even more like a fool, right? And I'll pull the fraud reports up on the page so everybody can see them. Hey, this is what you're going to send in. There's nothing to it. It's already filled out. Just all you got to do is put your information in it. Send it. Hit send. Because 999, when I first started this channel, I wanted to see, the goal was to make him lose his tax exemption, right? To report his fraud. That way he would lose his tax exemption. And that's exactly what's happening. I mean, he's losing his JMMI tax exemption. That's big. That's big. Now he's got to rebrand everything. He has to rebrand his whole cult now at this point. Yeah, 999. He just 999's on a rampage too. I would not want to be 999's enemy in this. I really wouldn't, man. I think how we make him look more like a fool. Yes, he fears our abilities as a group. You're absolutely right. Yes, that's right. Our group, it's like, it really is. It's, as a group, they can't fuck with us. He does. He fears our abilities as a group. He knows we're smarter than him. That's the problem. That's the thing. It's not even a problem. He just knows we're smarter than him. Oh yeah. Oh, he hates that, dude, when there's sound quality issues. I'm sure he was probably getting on him the other night about the sound quality issues too. He does. He fears our abilities as a group. Yeah, we do that anyways. But the thing is we don't even have to make provocative comments. We can just, he just rants anyways, man. He'll just rant anyways about it. I don't know if we need to say much. He'll just be an asshole anyways. But all right, I'll go wrap it up there. Went live for an hour and 20 minutes, 2 hours. So I'll see you guys tonight, 6 Central. Maybe a little bit later, depending on what time asshole goes live. Whatever time idiot goes live, I'll be live, okay? So if you guys are watching this shit, just know that when you see if it's new, okay, we'll be live, okay? So you guys have a good day, man. Thanks for dropping in and chatting and talking and just kind of discussing why David isn't in jail. Yeah, the comments that are on his stream are bots, most likely. They're going to be stream bots and shit like that. Yep. Be safe, be well. Be live tonight, you guys. Have a good day.